Hello, everyone. Good day. My name is Asaya Stephanie from Adka University. I'm in the Department of Medicine and Surgery. I want to talk about the novel As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. The first part of this book was on thought and character. Allen explained habitual thinking, and Allen explained that individuals can take control of their life and transform their circumstances by thought and character. He stated that your character and circumstances are directly influenced by your habitual thinking. He introduced the idea that a person's character is shaped entirely by their thoughts. And by understanding this, individuals can take control of their lives and transform their circumstances. Allen encourages readers to reflect on their thoughts, patterns, and recognize them that they have the ability to change their lives through conscious thoughts, which means we should use our thoughts consciously, and we are what we think we are. So, whatever we set in our mind is who we are. The next part was on the effect of the thoughts of circumstances. Allen explains how thoughts influences our external circumstances, and he states that we must take responsibility to our lives. Allen emphasized that external circumstances reflect internal thoughts. And by actively cultivating positive thoughts, we can create a fruitful and fulfilling life. Allen then states that we must take responsibility of our life, which means that we must take responsibility for where we find ourselves in life. Rather than blaming external forces for our situations, people should examine their inner thoughts and beliefs. And we should know that we are the master gardener of our souls, which means that we are the cause of our circumstances or we are the cause of anything that happens in our life. The next part of the book was that effect of thoughts on health and body. In this chapter, he explains that our thoughts has a direct influence on our physical well-being, and Allen explained the connection between our mind and body. He emphasizes that our thoughts have a direct influence on our physical well being, which means that our mind and body are intimately connected, and our thoughts can either harm or heal our physical health. He says that the body is a servant of the mind and it obeys the operation of the mind. So anything we want our body to do, it obeys us. And because the mind and body are connected, the mind and body is always reflecting the state of our thoughts. He also stated that a healthy mind leads to a healthy body. Now, the chapter 4 of this book was on thought and purpose. This chapter explained the relationship between thought and purpose and the importance of setting a clear goal. He stated that thoughts of doubt and fear can never accomplish anything. Ayn stated that it is important to have a clear purpose in life, and purposeful thoughts bring focus, energy, and determination. So we must always put an aim in everything we do to achieve it. Aline encourages us to align our thoughts and actions with our goals. He stated that we should link our thoughts with a clear purpose to achieve them. Then he explained that thoughts of doubt and fear never accomplish anything, and it can never accomplish anything. Thought of doubt and fear always leads to failure. So, if we are able to apply all the principles stated, we can discover our true purpose and achieve our goals with the power of our thoughts. The chapter 5 of the book was on the thought factor in achievement. Allen explains the role of thoughts in achieving success and realizing our goals. And then he stated that ideas are our starting points. Allen states that all that we achieve and all that we fail to achieve is a direct result of our own thoughts. which means that our thoughts shape our circumstances and precede our actions. Then he said that we should always be willing to make sacrifices in order to achieve our goals. And then, secondly, he stated that dreams and ideas are our starting point, which means that we should dream big and take disciplined action to make these dreams turn to reality. Then, the chapter 6 of this book was on visions and ideas. Allen explains the importance of having a clear vision and ideas in shaping our lives and achieving our goals. And then he stated that we should have ideas that serve as guiding principles for our lives. In this chapter, Allen encourages readers to dream big and hold on to our ideas. And he stated that visionary thinking and persistent effort transform dreams into reality. Allen explains that ideals shape our aspirations and guide us to success, and that visionary thinkers inspire change and innovations by holding on to their ideas despite opposition or setbacks. So we should always hold on to our idea, for they always shape our future. Then he stated that we should have ideas that serve as guiding principles of our life, which means that the importance of aligning our actions with ideals, which is just to ensure that our efforts are directed towards achieving our goals and realizing our visions. So we should just always reflect on our progress and adjust our visions and ideals as needed. Now, moving to the last chapter of this book, which was on serenity. Allen explains the importance of cultivating inner peace and calmness in our lives. And then he stated that self control is important in achieving serenity. This chapter just focuses on cultivating our inner peace. Serenity arises from self mastery and control of one's thoughts. It's the mark of wisdom and strength and leads us to true happiness. So, to be a serene person, I think we should always remain composed in the face of adversity, inspiring confidence and respect from others. So, serenity is just a mark of wisdom and strength, and a strive for calmness in thought and action. Then, Allen stated that self control is important in achieving serenity. So, we should just cultivate gratitude and contentment, which can help us stay calm and serene. We should be mindful and patient, and we should all be calm because strong and calm people are always loved and reserved. Self control is strength, and calmness is power. By carefully applying this, we can cultivate serenity and inner peace. Actually, this book comes with a bonus book, From Poverty to Power, and it is divided in two parts. The first part was the path of prosperity, and the second part, the way of peace. The path of prosperity has different parts, like the lesson of evil, the world a reflect of mental states, the way out of undesirable conditions, the secret health, success, and power, and the realization of prosperity, and so much more. And I'll be explaining some of this. Firstly, I'll be explaining the lesson of evil. Allen explores the nature of evil, suggesting that it arises from ignorance and can be overcome through understanding the personal growth. And by reflecting on ourselves and understanding the deeper reasons behind our sufferings. And by doing that, we can always break free from our sufferings. Then I'll explain the word reflex of mental states. Why I chose this was that because this happens often in this country. It's just that because we don't change our mindsets, so we can never ever transform our circumstance. But if we are able to change our mindset, we can always transform our circumstance. The chapter emphasizes that our external world mirrors, which means that it shows our internal thoughts and beliefs. Next, I'll explain the silent power of thoughts, which means controlling and directing one's forces. In this chapter, the focus is on harnessing the power of thoughts to control energies and direct them towards positive outcomes. The last thing I'll be explaining in this is the secret of abounding happiness. So in this part, Alan discussed that joy and contentment are products of harmonious mind. So we have to always be contented and always have a joyful heart in order to live a victorious life and have harmonious mindset. Now I'll move to the second part of this book, The Way of Peace. And some part that I'll be explaining in this is the power of meditation, entering into infinite, the two masters, self and truth, and then the realization of perfect peace. But there are so much more, like the realization of selfless love and so much more. So the first part, the power of meditation. In this part, Alan discussed the transformative effect of meditation in achieving inner peace and spiritual enlightenment. Then the two masters, self and truth. This chapter consists the pursuit of selfish desires with the pursuit of truth, advocating for selflessness as the path to peace. Then the last part I'll explain is the realization of perfect peace. In this chapter, Allen concludes that by illustrating that perfect peace is achieved through the complete harmonization of one's thoughts, desires, and actions with divine law. All these books state is that with our mind we can change situations. Thank you for watching.